Hi everyone, and welcome back to some more singing tips reels. Today I'm going to return to some sort of basics of technique, and I want to talk a little bit about pitch and range in singing. Often people have a freak out about singing high. So hands up if you are worried about singing high. There's a big myth, people come in and just say, oh, I can't sing high. And when things start to get high, like scales, or there's a high bit in a song, everyone freaks out and sort of either seizes up or over tries or pushes to try and get their voice high. I've talked a little bit about, the breath in relation to this, and if you want your sound to go higher, you propel it higher with the breath. But I just want to talk about pitch specifically and how you might think about pitch in a different way. And what I want to talk about is the keyboard, the piano keyboard, because I think that really has a lot to answer for. A lot of the time we visualize pitch in relation to the keyboard, so we feel like all the low notes are all the way down here and the high notes are all the way up here, and they're very far apart. So if we've got a range of an octave, for example, it's like quite far apart, because on the keyboard there's like a sizable gap. But really our instrument is not a keyboard, and the difference between the note of middle C and C up the octave is pretty minuscule. So we do ourselves a bit of a disservice when we think about it in that way, because if we're going from middle C to the C above, often we kind of overdo things to get that higher note, when really it's really not much change. And so what I want to talk about is pitch on this sort of horizontal plane, and try and eradicate this idea that pitch is like the keyboard and that the high notes are far, far away from the low notes, when they're really not. So a little exercise you can try here is actually just doing that octave. We just do ah. So rather than thinking ah, we just think that the notes really are on the same plane. They're really not that far away from each other. Ah, you might just have to give a little bit more breath, and you go up and up and up. I'll give you an F to give a better example as it starts to go a bit higher in my range. Ah, so it really wants to just stay on the same plane. You don't want to really change anything. You just want to have the space for the top note present in the bottom note, and just let it just flip up and flip down without really making a huge change to the mechanism. So you can try that, just going up, starting on middle C or wherever's comfortable for you, going up an octave and down, and just see the difference if you think about the pitch just going forward on the same plane vertically rather than up and down horizontally, or big gaps and big leaps like a keyboard. I hope that helps. Reach out with any questions, and I'll see you next time.